Hi, I'm Bruce Blitz, and welcome to Cartooning with Blitz. Now, I'd like to start right off with a pun. You take a look at this sketch here, and you tell me what you think it is. Well, that's right, it's a skunk. It's a shopping center. Shopping center. S-C-E-N-T-E-R. All right, now, if he looks a little bossy, by the way, that's because he's giving the odors around here. All right, now, why do I show you this sketch? Or any pun, for that matter? Well, because I think they're funny. That's right, I think they're funny. And also because he's a cartoon animal. And that's what we'll be doing today, cartoon animals, one of my favorite areas of cartooning. Now, for our feature of the day, paper puppet people. Try saying that 10 times fast. And for our doodle trick portion, alphabet tunes, finished cartoons from letters in the alphabet. So if you're ready, all right, let's get started to draw cartoon animals.
Ah, Bruce Blitz, you're a real stinker.
Now, so glad you joined me today. I've got some great sketches for you lined up, and the first one is going to be bird is the word. Now, I'm always being asked, how do you get expression into cartoon birds, you know, with the long beak and all? I'll show you. Nothing to it. Starts with a couple shapes. A circle and a cone shape. And then we'll put the neck right here. Now I'm going to switch to my marker and ink it in. Now this first expression is going to be happy. I'm going to start with the circle right there, and we're going to have the other eye right behind, and it's covered up a little bit. Now I'm not going to draw that part because that's going to be where the beak is. Now let's have his eye looking at us. Now this will be happy. And I always leave that little white space. Notice that? And that's to add a little interest, a little shine, a little highlight. Makes his eyes come to life. And some eyebrows going up, like that. Now, right here, I am going to make the beak come all the way out to here and right back. Now, let's close it up. And let's go over that shape that we started with and add some feathers. All right, 2 lines for bird nose, and here it is. You put your pen right on that point in the front. Come back and make a big smile. Use up the whole shape. A line like that, and there it is. A happy bird. Now let's do a few more. Okay. We'll start with 3 birds. Well, start with a couple shapes. 1. Have a beak going out that way, and we'll do another one over here. Beak going out this way. And let's see, 1 down here. All right, now the one on top, let's see. Let's make him happy but laughing. I'll show you what I mean. Put in his eyes first. Have them shut. Shut tight. His eyebrows are down. He's going to be laughing, but he's going to have a sinister laugh. Now watch this. We'll make the beak coming out the same way. Nothing changes. Let's go over that shape with some feathers. And the nose. Now ready? Now watch this. We're going to do a smile again. But we're going to add something else. Teeth. I know what you're saying. Birds don't have teeth. But you know what? This one does. Because you can do that sort of thing in cartoon world. And a sound effect like this. Snicker, snicker, like he's laughing under his breath here. And some perspiration, maybe some tears here, like he's laughing so hard. All right, let's do another one now. Let's see. This one here, we're going to have him sick. Now, if you're sick, your eyes might be half closed and not quite matching up either. So let's draw that. So we'll draw 2 circles. 1, 2. The other one's behind again. And this one's closed there, and this one comes up there. We don't want it to meet. We want it to look all the sicker. And there's his eyebrows, and here's his eyes. And let's see, some extra lines like that to make it look like he's bloodshot, some puffiness. See, you can treat it just like you can with an actual human figure. Now we make the beak. Come back like this and close that shape up. All right, now watch this. Put the pen right on the point and make a broken line. All irregular shapes, and then end with it going downwards like that. Because if you ended with it going up, even though it was a broken line, it would look like he was happy. We don't want that. All right, let's see. We can add a couple of effects to him. How about like swirlies like this? Like those little orbits around his head, like he's sick. Maybe some spots before his eyes, little circles. All right. Now let's do the one on the bottom. Now this fella here, he's going to be angry. Now if you're angry, Your eyebrows are definitely down like this, and you're gritting your teeth. We can do that too. So start with 2 circles, and this time we're going to have him looking straight ahead. And eyes wide open, eyebrows down. He looks angry already. You have to get into it, folks. And now his beak coming forward this way and coming back. Close that shape up. And this time we're going to draw a frowning line like that with a line on the end. And we can have his teeth showing the same way we did before. Now he's gritting his teeth, and maybe he's hollering at somebody, or maybe he's steaming mad. So these little lines here look like he's steaming mad. And there you have it. Let's put some color into these 3 characters, because I think they came out pretty good. Now I'm using my color sticks with this. And let's see. First we're using yellow for the beaks. And this really makes the drawings come to life. And I'm laying the color sticks on their side to cover a lot of ground. All right, now we'll use some cheeky red on this fella right here. And let's see, not too blue for the angry guy on the bottom here. And let's see, I got one. People purple. Even though he's not a people, he's bird. But it's such a great color. All right, now let's do another one. And this next one is a favorite of mine. The Woolly Mammoth. That's right. And it's an ancestor to the elephant. And it starts with a couple of shapes, circles actually. One right here for his head, and one over here, a big circle like an oval over here. It's a little like drawing a regular elephant with a couple extra surprises, and we'll put them in a moment. Now, I'm going to pencil in a little bit more actually. I'm going to put in his tusks. And that's what really separates him from a common elephant. Now watch this, all the way out here. Do you know his tusks were actually 16 feet long? That's right. And here's his trunk. And let's put some legs in there too while we're at it. 16 feet long his tusk grew to be. That's amazing. Okay, now we've got enough laid down to start inking this fella in. Okay, now first thing I'm going to draw is this tusk right here because it is the closest thing to us. Comes all the way out. Have some fun with it. Get your whole wrist into it, because you know what? I don't think it's even being exaggerated that much. This is pretty much what it looked like. And it comes to his cheek. Put some hair there. Now we're going to put his trunk in. Now that's the next thing behind that tusk. And it comes back, up, and a smile. Look at that. And here's his mouth and his lower lip. Put some detail on that trunk. You know, I always think that the dinosaurs that ate plants and the woolly mammoth ate plants were friendly guys. So let's give him friendly eyes looking at us. Maybe even a little sleepy. Not like T-Rex who ate meat. Now let's put the other tusk in right over here. Now that's behind, so I'm stopping there, continuing on, come all the way around, and I'm going to bypass it again on the other side, and let's see. Continue this line, come back around, and look at that. Is that cool? Now, if the light is hitting from up top, this would be casting a little bit of a shadow. And same thing over here. And that makes it look like it's the one behind. Same thing with underneath his trunk here. See, it would be a shadow would be being cast from that tusk. Now let's put his ears in. Just like regular elephants. Little detail inside, some hairs on top, and then the other side of his face, and maybe his other ear is peeking out like that. All right, now we're going to define the shape a little bit, go over that oval, come around, and stop about there, because we're going to put a lot of hair on in a moment. Now let's put his legs in. Come down, and you got to make it wider at the bottom so it looks like it's supporting this big fella. Just like that. That's one leg. Other one's in the back, so it makes it a little bit smaller because it's seen in perspective. One in the foreground, again, down to here, and up. And then this one here, same as the other one. Now let's put some shadowing on this one here, some shading, because that's the one seen behind. Let's put some toes on it. Cool. All right, now, some hair. Now this is where he gets his name, the Woolly Mammoth. Some bold strokes here. Let your marker work for you. All the way back like that. Some funny ones coming up front, up top, all over. And now his tail. Up and around. It looks like a paintbrush. And you double that line a little bit. And a big shadow coming from this guy. And let's go crisscrossing those lines a little bit. Make it look a little bit more like hair. And a couple over there. And there he is, Wally the Woolly Mammoth. Let's erase the pencil lines now. Now I'll tell you something very interesting about the Woolly Mammoth. Do you know that, well, he lived over 10,000 years ago, but do you want to hear something interesting? They actually found a few woolly mammoths intact. That's right. And you know why? Because they fell into a glacier. And they were preserved, and they still looked great. Their hair was intact, and they were able to examine it. I think that's a pretty cool story. Imagine finding a real dinosaur, not just the bones. Use a little bit of tan, because he was tan. Elephants of today are gray. All right. Now, we're going to use a little bit of dark brown for the hair. Now, watch this. Getting some bold strokes. A couple up there, top, and for his tail. And how about some green for where he's standing? As I said, he was a plant eater. And a pretty cool animal with that. A little blue for the sky. And there he is, Wally the Woolly Mammoth. All right, now let's do another one. And I always like to say that apes begin with shapes. And I'll draw a cartoon ape for you, and I'll show you just how easy that is. Some circles. One here, and one there. You've got that? You've got it made. Now I'll go right to marker now. And right here I'm going to draw the letter M. That'll be his nose. Put some nostrils in. All right, now some circles. One there, and one there, and let's see, let's have him looking straight ahead, like that. And eyebrows up, he's happy. All right, now, apes have large, long upper lips, so we'll draw those two lines here, take up the whole shape, and a big smile. I'm going to wave that line a little bit, and it makes it a little funnier. And right here, let's put a lower lip off to the right. There you go. Now, what we're going to do is define that opening circle a little bit, come back around, and over here, well, I'm not going to do that because I want to put some hair on that. So right here, we'll put his ear right there, and there's the top of his head. And some puffiness under there, some lines. Let's see what else. All right, now we'll put that hair over here. And laying this on its side, let that marker work for me. And some over here maybe a little bit on top. And this way, and this way. And you know what? I'm going to color him in. And I'll use two different kinds of brown here. First, a lighter brown, actually toon tan, this is called, for his face. And his ear, and then a darker brown for his hair. And strokes like this, laying it on its side, give you a nice effect. Some over here and up top. Ah, he came out great. You know what? A little bit of red for his lower lip and his cheeks. And there he is, and he lives in the jungle. So you take a look at this guy here, and I'll play a little jungle music. So, to draw cartoon apes, begin with shapes. That's the key. That's the monk key. All right. Now, do you ever hear it said that people look like their pets and pets look like people? I don't know, but we always do that around here, and I'm going to do one right now for you. And it's going to be a lion, and I'm going to draw a shape right over here, and another one right over here. Because what I like to do is to draw the features that they have in common. And two necks, so far that can be there. All right, now I'm switching to marker. Now right here, I'm going to draw a nose. This is going to be a guy. He's got a long nose, And a nostril there, and one there. All right, and a big smile, like this. All right, now some eyes, circles, looking directly ahead, and eyebrows up, and some ears. All right, now for his facial outline, let's just go over that shape that we started with a little bit, and maybe a lower lip. All right, now for his hair. Some real wild, zany hair like that. And here's his neck. All right, now watch this. Over here we're going to draw an animal. Now we can sort of simulate that same shape over here with his nose. That's going to be a lion. Now they can have the same smile, but of course animals have that split right in the center, so we'll do that. And they can have the same eyes. That can be the same. Eyebrows up. And basically the same outline of his face. Now, we can't put the ears down here for the lion, so we'll put them up top. And now for some hair up top for the lion's mane. So, you can see that people look like animals, animals look like people. In this case, this is Brian and his pet lion. Now, that's all. You know what? That brings to mind a pun. That's right. I promised you another pun, and here it is. Now, here's Brian again, and he's got an animal on each side, and he's reading a book. Can you guess what this is? He's reading between the lions. Reading between the lions. Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for right now. I hope you've enjoyed it. And you can visit me on my website at bruceblitz.com for more puns, like reading between the lions, and cartooning tips, projects, all sorts of neat things. Now stay tuned for the feature of the day. All right, for today's feature, we're going to make paper puppet people. And I've got one to show you right now. Here he is, Paul. Paul, the paper puppet person. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Hey, Bruce, what's happening? Pretty cool, huh? See, they can even talk. It's amazing. They come in different colors and everything. Ha! This one always scares me. An alien from the planet Pluto. That's right, a paper puppet person from the planet Pluto. Whew. How am I doing? Pretty good, huh? All right, let's do one together. A kitten. Meow. Pretty neat, huh? A playful kitten. A playful paper puppet. All right, let's continue. All right, now to get started, you'll need some paper. You come in all different colors, and you can get construction paper at any arts and crafts store. And if you want it to come out the size that we're working here, I'm working 12 by 12, but you can work any size you want. All right, ready? Let's start folding. All right, first you make a fold this way, which is already done. Then go the other way. So you've got these two folds like that. Then you take the corners and bring them to the center where the folds intersect, and do that all around. Okay. Then you want to work on the reverse side and do the same thing. Turn it over and bring those corners to the center point. Nothing to it, right? All right. Now the next thing you want to do is fold it in half, like this. Come straight back. All right. Now take your thumb and forefinger and insert it in these little flaps here, like that. And the same thing over here. I'm going to put your thumb and forefinger in there and make like a flower. There you go. And it'll look like this. Maybe you've seen these before. Pretty cool, huh? And it's starting to look like a puppet, but what we want to do now is we want to put together a couple of these segments. So you can use paste for that if you like, or you can staple it. That's what I'm going to do. So you take a staple gun and put it right in there like this and staple it. That's one. And do the same thing over here. Just kind of pinch it together and staple it like that. Now it's starting to look like a puppet. Just like that. All right, now we're going to refine it a little bit. Now, if you look at it, we're making that kitten here. Now, these points that are over here. They work well for ears, but I'm going to refine it just a little bit with the scissors. So if I cut in here like that on both sides, and then just cut out that centerpiece, starting to look like ears. Pretty good. Now these points down here, well, they don't quite work for a face, so I'm going to trim them off a little bit. And see, all you're doing is refining. I did the same thing with Paul before in the Alien. Just look at it and trim away what you don't need. So, as you can see, it's starting to look a little bit like that kitten. All right, now the next thing you want to do is get a hold of some felt sheets like this, and they're available in art stores, craft stores. They come in many colors, they're inexpensive, and they're fun and easy to use. And I've cut out a few facial accessories out of the red. For instance, here's a little triangle like that for the nose, and another one like this for the tongue. And I even put a little black line down the center for some detail on that. And I put a couple of them together and created some cartoon eyes. Look at that. Whoop, little zany. All right, then just get some ordinary glue and paste those accessories right onto the cat, just like the finished one right here. Meow. And what you want to do is also take a pen or a pencil, put some detail in, like around the ears, maybe for the eyebrows, some whiskers, and even a little bit of orange here for the tiger stripes. So, make your own paper puppet people. And visit me on the internet at bruceblitz.com for more neat cartooning projects like this, and cartooning tips, and all sorts of neat info. Now stay tuned for Cartoon Doodle Tricks. Hey, I'm supposed to say that. I can't believe it. Oh, hey, he's got my... Welcome to today's Doodle Trick segment. And some friends stopped by, and I'd like to welcome them now. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All right, now we're going to do alphabet tunes, animal alphabet tunes, in keeping with the show's theme. And we're going to start with the letter J. Now, I won't tell you what it's going to be. You'll tell me once you recognize it. So here's the letter J, and we're going to add some detail. And over here, we'll put an I. And let's see, over here, a nostril for a nose and a smile. And how about some hair? Anybody know what this is?
A horse.
A horse, that's right, a horse. All that from the letter J. Pretty cool, huh? Now let's do another one. And this time, let me see. We'll draw the letter S. Now, what animal is kind of slithery?
Snake.
A snake, okay. Okay. We'll make a diamond shape out of the face and come back around and just double that S. And we'll make it a rattlesnake. How's that? So we'll put a rattle on the back and some cartoon effects and accessories to make it look like it's moving, shaking. And let's put a shadow under here so he looks like he's slithering along on the ground. Now, right in that diamond shape, we're going to put some eyes. And let's make him kind of sinister. And some nostrils, and maybe a smile, and his tongue's out. And there he is. How about some more S's for a sound effect? And some detail. And we've got a great cartoon snake from the letter S. All right, I got another one for you. And this time, we're going to draw from this letter here. And I won't tell you what this one is either. Put a nose right here on this letter B, and some eyes. And some dots for whiskers. And a big smile. Now, what animal begins with a B and has got a fluffy tail and long ears?
A bunny.
A bunny, okay. Let's draw those ears. And some hair. And right over here, we'll draw his legs and feet. And here's his arms. And what's another foot peeking out that side. And what's missing? The fluffy tail. And I'll take a little bit of pink and I'll put it inside his ears. And maybe some rosy cheeks. How's that? And there you have it. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And, of course, my friends in the studio. Now, for our tip of the day. Every professional was once an amateur. Look at this fellow here. Here he is as a little boy. The point is that everybody started somewhere, so don't get discouraged. Keep practicing. I'm Bruce Blica saying thanks for being with me, and help me out, guys. Keep on cartooning. Keep on cartooning.